What's up, YouTube? Team Dreadnaught here, bringing you a deck profile of Narukami Brawler. This deck took a long time to make because when it came to trades for BT 16 and 17, our locals kind of dried up a little bit because a lot of people stopped buying packs, buying boxes, stuff like that. Well, there's still a good amount of people play the game, which is everyone stopped buying packs, so it was hard for us to get singles, other than at the pre-release. So it took us a long time to finally finish this, but we finally finished our Brawler Big Bang Knuckle Buster Dragon deck, and we're going to have some videos of it battling some stuff coming soon. We'll have a battle against Perditions, Aquaforce, Royal Paladin, Gold Paladin, stuff like that, whatever you guys want to see us fight against. But starting off, you have Spark Kid, Draco Kid. He's the grade 3 searcher for Narukami. You count one, put him in soul, look at the top 5, and grab a grade 3. And put the rest in the deck shuffle. Good because grade 3s kind of matter in this deck because you want to be able to use Knuckle Buster's ability and find Knuckle Buster as quickly as possible. So yeah, you play the grade 3 starter. Fighting Draco Kid is a nice card and all, but I personally wouldn't play him because he's too counterblast heavy. So then the heal triggers, Regen Carbuncle. I love that they keep giving us Carbuncles. Keep up the good job, Bushy. I really want another crit bunkle though. Please give me another crit bunkle. That's a Brawler, but they won't do that anymore probably. So 4 heals like normal. 4 Malevolent Djinn. Many people would tell you just to play straight Brawler or as many balls as possible, but Malevolent Djinn is just too good not to play still because its effect is you can put them in soul to give any one of your Narukami units +3. It's just a really good consistent card. There's no reason not to play it. Then we have 2 2 Brawler critical triggers, and then 2 of the other Brawler critical trigger. Just because both their arts are pretty subpar, so let's use 2 and 2 of each, just so we have as many draws as possible. And then, or crit triggers, and then the best draw trigger in the game, Blue Gem Carbuncle. The guy has magic. He will solve all the world's problems. It's Blue Gem Carbuncle, ladies and gentlemen. Then we have 4 Wyvern Guard Gold. I can play the Eradicator one if I wanted to, but I just like his art better, and the shine looks a little better with the blue. Just standard Perfect Guard. I don't play Hardship Brawler Toshu, even though he is a Brawler. I don't like Quintet Walls in general, and I hate them even more, especially in a deck where you don't want to mill resources that are much more useful to you. Some decks can get away with playing Quintet Walls. I don't think Narukami is one of those decks. I feel like against Quintet Walls, it's just I choose not to play them. I don't like them.
Yeah, if you're going with Quintet so rare. Like they should have been all along.
Then we have 4 Tofa Brawler Arc. This guy is really, really powerful. During your turn, as long as your Vanguard is in Legion, whenever one of your opponent's rear guards is sent to the field to the drop, he gains +3 for the turn. This card is ridiculously good. It's definitely an upgrade over Eradicator's Steelblood Eradicator Shooky, where it had to only be rearguard sent from the grave sent from the field to the grave through one of your card effects. This is just whenever they're sent at all, even if you're attacking. Note, if they intercept, this doesn't activate because the card is technically sent from the Guardian Circle to the grave. So do not count cards that get intercepted. But no card should ever be intercepted as long as you're playing Knuckle Buster. You play 4 of these, no question. The guy's just too powerful. Then we have 3 Rising Phoenix. Soul Blast 2 draw ones are really, really good in Legion format because you want to be Legioning all the time, or whatever you can, and this just allows you to obviously Soul Blast the stuff. You can Soul Blast the Djinns, Soul Blast grade 2s that you might need for Legioning, and it just draws you a card, which is obviously just really good options. You can play a 4th one. I just decided to play 3. Last thing you want to do is have this guy as your first ride target because he's only a 5. Then I played just 1 Brawler, Wild Clock Dragon, the 10k attacker for Narukami. This could probably be another Rising Phoenix, but I just like having 1 of these just in case. You never know when you might need it. And then 1 Brawler Staring Dragon. He's the Legion 10k booster, which is really nice to have behind Knuckle Buster. He's not needed though. These two cards are just personal tech for me. I like having at least 1 10k attacker and 1 10k booster. So On to the grade 2s, and the grade 2s and grade 3s will kind of be a little combined, just so I can explain the Legion pairs, how they work, and their interactions. But the one that's not is 4 Brawler Skyhowl Dragon. I don't play as mate. I don't play the Legionnaire in this deck. This is basically an upgrade over Death Scythe, Chow Wow kind of thing. His effect is, when he's placed on rearguard, you can counterblast 1 as long as your Vanguard has Brawler in its name. You can choose one of your opponent's rearguards in the front row and retire it. Really good card. Just play 4 of them. It's just a solid card. You'll never regret playing it. For just counterblast 1, it's a very nice cheap cost for what it does, and it's just a really consistently good card. Now going on to the first Legion pair. We have 4 Brawler Big Bang Slash Dragon and 4 Big Bang Knuckle Dragon. This is the first of the combo. Slash Dragon's effect is whenever your Vanguard with Brawler in its name, attack hits anything, he gains +3 for the turn. And that's really relevant because if you play this guy as a turn 2, when your Vanguard's only at 2, and it attacks, it can give him a +3, which is nice. Because it can give you a 19k attack if you have a 7k behind it, so it's just really consistent that way. And Knuckle Dragon's effect is basically just for million. He gains +5 and he attacks the front row, which is pretty solid for only counterblast 2 instead of counterblast 3, but he has to be in Legion to be able to do it. And you have to counterblast 2 Brawlers, which is why I try to have as many Brawlers as I can. I try not to rely on him as much as possible. If you don't have to ride him, never do. His other effect is whenever he attacks, you can just Soul Blast 1 to give him +3. So it's decent. Basically, this guy is just to enable Big Bang Knuckle Buster, and this guy is just for his effect, obviously. But you play 4 and 4 just for as much consistency as possible. And then the Lynch of the deck, you have 4 Brawler Big Bang Slash Buster, and then 4 Big Bang Knuckle Buster. Slash Buster is the same as Slash for the most part, but instead of whenever your Vanguard with Brawler in its name hits, it's whenever your Vanguard with Big Bang in its name hits. Or Big Bang Knuckle, I'm sorry. So only him and the other grade 3 trigger him, and as long as you have a Vanguard with Big Bang Knuckle in its name, whenever he attacks, he gains +2, so kind of the Miranda ability that Jewel Knights had a couple sets ago. And it's just really good, especially with Knuckle Buster. Knuckle Buster's effect is, first off, he's a cross-ride Big Bang Knuckle Dragon, so as long as he's in your soul, he gains +2. So he's a 13 on your opponent's turn and a 22 without boost on your turn. And his other effect is you can counterblast 1 and choose one card in your hand whose name has Big Bang Knuckle in its name. Put it into the soul, and he has the ability gain +5 for the turn. And whenever he declares an attack, you choose 4 attack targets. So he's basically Vermilion on steroids, and this guy. So if you attack hits 4 times, this guy will trigger 4 times. If you kill 3 rear guards, Arc will trigger 3 times. It's just a ridiculously powerful setup. This card made like a lot of people upset when it first came out, but he's shown to be powerful, but not as strong as people thought he was going to be. He still wrecks rearguard dependent decks, but against the big players like Thingsaver, Perditions, Abyss, it doesn't really do that much against them because the rearguards there are more to support the theme, not so much be the theme. Basically, all Brawlers did was dethrone Aquaforce as king of the tier 2. But even Aquaforce can still beat them, just because there's always going to be situations where you don't have a Big Bang in your hand, to which you just kind of float around, and Aquaforce can hit really hard. But it's neither here nor there. Overall, this is a good deck. It's still fairly cheap, other than just this guy and Big Bang Dragon. There's not really much else to say. It's a pretty straightforward deck. So, thank you guys for watching. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and visit our Facebook and Twitter page for upcoming news. And see you guys later.